Hello and welcome back to the Logica H&S channel. Today we unbox together Moist-Tru, our ultimate pin type meter. There are 3 different versions available. We have the M version, which includes only the hammer, the T version, which includes only the feeler, then you can choose TM version, the full optional one which includes both. Moist-Tru can also be supplied separately, to be used with biomass meter, concrete sensors, biomass probes and more. Let's see what the TM version includes. We find the user manual. It is important to read it, as it is short and contains a lot of useful information. On the back you see Moist app, download it to get the best out of your product. To start with, let's take Moist-Tru out of the box. Here's what it looks like. Moist-Tru was completely designed from scratch. We focused on a modern but functional design, large and brilliant screen, non-slip rubber on the sides and an ergonomic shape. On the front, we find the 4 main function keys, divided by icons and colors. You can see the special connector on the underside. And the mini USB connector on the top side. Let's put that aside for a moment and see the rest. We take the 3 AAA batteries, later we will see how to insert them. Then we find the feeler for the electrodes. It is used for a surface measurement of the wood. Here we find the set of assorted electrodes. We will see them in detail later. Now let's assemble the hammer. Let's pick up the main body. Pay attention to its weight. Then we take the handle and screw it on the body. That's it, our hammer is operational and ready to use. In the box we also find a wrench to tighten the electrodes. A set of surface electrodes, for non-invasive measurement. The special connector, for the hammer. The USB to mini USB cable, for download the measurements. Finally we find the crocodile clamps, useful to measure the moisture content on very hard or thick materials, such as cement or thick hardwood. Now let's see how to assemble our Moist-Tru for use. Take a screwdriver and unscrew the 2 screws in the back cover. To unscrew the lower screw, hold up the yellow rubber cover to avoid damaging it. Now insert the 3 batteries, taking care to position them in the correct direction. Now let's screw the 2 screws back in and we're ready to go. It is not necessary to tighten them very tightly. Finally, remove the screen protective film. You can also keep it, but we recommend removing it to improve readability and screen brightness. Now let's see how to use the supplied accessories. First, let's look at the feeler. It has a dual function. If you need to measure wood of modest thickness, but still soft and therefore easy to pierce even with the pressure of the hand, then you can use this tool by mounting the shortest electrodes on it. By doing that, you could easily stick the electrodes to a few millimeters of depth and obtain the moisture measurement at that depth. It is also possible to use the instrument for surface measurements. To do this, we unscrew the 2 nuts to mount the surface electrodes. By doing this, it will be possible to use the feeler for a superficial and non-invasive measurement. This measure will allow you to check the moisture degree of the surface. Attention! This meter does not replace our moisture meters, as it does not measure depth. The uses are different and the results too. Now let's check the hammer. First, let's see how to install and use the electrodes. Open the package and select the electrodes of right length according to desired depth. To know the maximum moisture contained in the element, it is necessary to take it from the center. But to get an idea of the average moisture value, usually 1/3 of the depth of the wood sample is conventionally used. Now take the hammer and unscrew the 2 nuts. After doing this, take the electrode and insert it into the nut and screw it back to its base. To complete the operation, tighten the nut using the wrench. Be careful. These tools are made of special high insulation plastic material. Never overdo the tightening torque. Once the electrodes have been inserted, to carry out the measurement it will be sufficient to place the hammer on the sample to be measured and drive the electrodes deeply. To connect the hammer or the feeler to our Moist-Tru, it will be necessary to connect them with the appropriate cable. Let's see how to do it. Insert the 2 ends into the base of the hammer, then connect the Moist-Tru, twisting the connector to secure it. Finally, let's see how the mini USB connector works. By connecting an optional accessory, such as our RH sensor, Moist-Tru will automatically recognize it and convert the main screen. In the same way, it is possible to connect probes and much more, to expand the potential and the versatility of your new Moist-Tru. Now let's see how to use Moist-Tru. On the front we find 4 keys, which perform both as arrows with colors and as keys with icons. To turn on Moist True, press and hold the top button. A splash screen will appear. Here you can check the current firmware version. Once you get to the home page, it will be possible to change the 3 parameters below. Use the left and right arrows to move between them. Use the up and down arrows to change the parameter. The first one concerns the group. Moving through the groups, it is possible to read some of the main species they belong to help in the choice. Press the green key to confirm. Or press the red key to go back. Now let's move on to the second parameter. Here you can select the temperature of the wood. Bringing the value below 0 activates the automatic temperature. Otherwise you can set a specific value. Read the manual to understand when to use either mode. Finally, let's move on to the third parameter. Here select which value you want to see at the bottom of the screen. Choose between average, minimum, maximum or current temperature. Now let's see how to access the menu. Press and hold the right button. Use the blue arrows to scroll through the items. Use the green arrow to confirm or enter the menu. Use the red arrow to cancel or go back. Let's see the main settings. Here it is possible to configure the basics of the device and carry out the calibration. Lastly, let's move on to Moist App. The new app we developed to enhance your Moist True's capabilities. With Moist App it is possible to view the measurements remotely, download them, share them or organize them in archives. Watch our video tutorial on how to use it by clicking the link in the description below. Moist App is free and is available for iOS, iPad OS and Android. Remember to download it to get the most out of your Logica H&S meter. Thanks for watching the video. Good job with Logica products.